Hi, and welcome to PKMB.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking about today about our influences. What influences us, our thinking? How valuable is it against godly biblical knowledge, the knowledge of the world? There's a lot of good stuff, knowledge in this world, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's philosophy. There is medical knowledge. There is economic knowledge. Political, all that stuff there that really helps society.
Sure, yeah.
So,
All at our fingertips now.
all at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Someone made a very interesting comment in that we now have, if you have a smartphone, have more access to information than the president of the United States did just 40 years, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a supercomputer in our hands. So all this knowledge, is it good? Yes.
It is.
All right. It is good, but the Apostle Paul tells us in Corinthians. I encourage you to read Corinthians 1, 2, and 3. He says, "Where's the wise man? Where's the teacher of the law? Where's the philosopher?" Right? And he says none of them had enough. The knowledge was good. He's not condemning the knowledge, but none of them had enough to know God, to reach God.
Okay.
And then he talks about us having this knowledge as Christians through the work of Jesus Christ. So there is something really deep, knowledgeable within us about life, existence, the purpose, how to set our values, that is so much deeper than the knowledge of this world provides.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So,
Maybe just repeat that last bit again. So there's something so much deeper than the knowledge of this world provides. What is it?
it's the knowledge that comes through knowing Jesus Christ
word, yeah.
and his teachings, right?
Yeah.
So practically, what does that look like? I heard a great statement that from Dennis Prager from Prager U, and he said, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something along the lines of a young child from a Jewish or Christian background has more psychological sophistication to deal with the tragedies of life, more so than a university atheist professor.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And the point he was trying to make is that, hey, when we go through tough times, catastrophes, tragedies, there's a psychological sophistication to the story of Christ, which is one of redemption, one of death and resurrection, one of future hope, one of understanding that bad things do happen to good people.
Yeah.
So one of the big problems that really take people out is they actually believe that people are essentially good.
Okay.
And then when someone does something bad or evil, like truly malevolent, like it just cracks them because it shatters their faith in humanity.
And I think also a big question as well is, along with that is, how can a good God allow pain in the world? So if you're an atheist and you're still struggling with those issues, you'll be very unsettled when tragedy comes, because not only are you dealing with the tragedy, but you're dealing with the fact, you don't have a God that you believe in and hope and.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, some atheists would say very much that they find a freedom in not believing that there is anything else or there is any reason.
That's true. They don't believe in God at all, so
they're
not questioning why a God would allow pain.
But some atheists would be like, hey, look, I find there's freedom in this. I don't have to give account to anyone or anything or whatever. But coming back to the child's analogy, and there is a lot of very deep sophistication that helps the human mind and psyche deal with life that is far beyond what we even understand yet. Okay, just by understanding Christ, who he is, what he's done on the cross, these stories that we just tell our children provides a worldview that is robust, to hold the human heart.
Sure.
So the wisdom of the world is amazing, but Paul just says the wisdom of the world is more foolish than the foolishness of God.
Yeah.
So like he's like there's like we can't even understand the depths of knowledge that comes through Christ Jesus.
Sure, yeah. So I think so the encouragement there is obviously to get yourself into the Word, into a faith community, and just really build that. So you have that in you, and
I guess
support you in life, and
I think also the encouragement there is to people that I think Christians almost get demeaned for their faith and their belief systems by more sophisticated ideas and modern and
so we've moved on, and that was in the past.
Yeah, that's a relic. That's so backward. Yeah,
sure.
You know, and it's just like we're so far beyond that. And you're like, no, I think the belief system is so far beyond our understanding, right? The foolishness of God, the wisdom of man is more foolish than the foolishness of God. Like it's on it. Like in Isaiah, the prophecy, Isaiah talks about God saying, as the heavens are above the earth, so are my thoughts higher than your thoughts. Are my ways higher than your ways? So I think some encouragement for our people, our Christian people out there who, you know, get our belief systems questioned, like sometimes like we're idiots.
A bit archaic. And
I mean, no, I think it's deep. It's deep, and people don't recognize that.
Sure. I think another challenge that you spoke about in your message, this is a message that you preached just on Sunday with Corinthians, was I guess when you are looking at the influences in your life. So we do have all the philosophers and the science, and we encourage you to get into all of that, listen to the podcasts and the TED Talks and marry that all up. But I think because we do have so much at our fingertips, you know, just question what you are listening to, and what is, you know, is it are you spending hours on social media, TikTok, all these news, you know,
especially for your kids whose perspective has not yet formed.
That's true. You did talk about that
even if your perspective is not yet, like you don't have a solid understanding of your Christian belief systems, and then you're letting other people, really smart people, speak into you, and they're questioning that. You don't have the robustness, the mental robustness, if you like, or the reasoning or the knowledge to be able to fit that into a wider Christian context, and so that could really shatter some people's faith.
You need to get your framework right, get that balance right, and everything
grow
is so
in the
accessible.
Word. There's great people out there that have great Christian people that have great content.
Sure.
If you want to know, I'll make some recommendations. Just ask me in the comments below. But there's a lot of great content that you can just learn and grow from. Create that framework, so you know it doesn't seem that our perspective is narrow or archaic. It's actually
we're following the way of the world, and whichever
which is really undermining Christian belief systems. That's what you know. For the most part, that's what it's trying to do. You know, it's
because
old
we
school.
are moving away from. You know,
we're progressive.
You
know, you guys are being left behind, and you're like, nah, I'm not buying that.
So really solidify yourself in that, and I guess use that framework and that mirror to look at everything else.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. If you are enjoying our content, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment to let us know you've watched, and subscribe. Thank you. We will talk to you soon.
Take care.